Hi, I'm Dr. Fletcher Phiri from Examsolutionprovider. This video is GCSE revision maths for my students whom have actually been tutoring maths. It is going to help you to revise for the coming June exam 2019. Right, so first we're going to look at or revise how to solve simultaneous equation. So solving simultaneous equation. To remind you, we said that there are actually three methods that we can use to solve simultaneous equation. Method number one is by elimination. Method number two is by substitution. And method number three is by graphing. Therefore, when you are given a question in an exam to solve simultaneous equations, then you need to read carefully, check whether they're asking you to use a specific method, which is more likely to be one of the three. If they haven't said anything, then you have the choice which method you want to use. Now you choose the method which you are very familiar and less likely to make mistakes, so you are very confident of using it. Alright, if they have asked you to use a specific method and then you use a different method, you are more likely to lose marks because it shows you did not understand the question. So watch out, don't lose marks unnecessarily. Okay, so we are going to start with the elimination method. And we're going to use a past paper exam question. Now in this question, it says solve the following simultaneous equations. They haven't told us what method you need to use, therefore the choice is yours. So choose the method that you actually very confident that you can not make any mistakes. Here's the question. So 5x plus 3y equals 8. And 3x minus y equals 9. Right, so we're going to use elimination method to solve this equation as a way of revising or reminding ourselves what we actually covered. So the first is we need to label the equation. So this is equation 1 and this is labeled equation 2. You are the one who is labeling. It doesn't matter whether you label this one and the other one too. Yeah, it's up to you, but obviously we start from the top to the bottom. Okay, after you have finished labeling, then you need to check the coefficient of each of these terms. Coefficient is this number before this letter and this number before this letter. So in here we have 5 for x and 3 for y. That's in equation 1. In equation 2 you have 3 for x and minus 1 for y. There is a minus 1 there, but we don't write it. Then you need to decide which one would you want to eliminate. Yeah, you can either eliminate y or you can eliminate x. It's up to you which one you want to do. Now for me, I'm going to eliminate y because it's easier to eliminate y. So if I'm going to eliminate y, you can see all I need to do is multiply equation 2 by 3. Make sure you multiply each term by 3, both the left and the right. Now if I multiply this by 3, it's going to give me 9x minus 3y plus and equals 27. Now, if I want to eliminate x, you can see I need to multiply equation 1 by 3 and multiply equation 2 by 5. So I make this one 15 and this one 15. Okay, so let me eliminate y. So to eliminate y, I multiply 2 by 3. So this is going to give me 9x minus 3y equals 27. And I'm going to label this equation as equation 3 because it's different from any of the original equations. And then I'm going to add equation 1 to equation 3. So add 1 to 3. So that will be 5x plus 3y equals 8. If I add these, I'm going to get 14x plus 0 because minus 3 plus 3y. So minus 3y plus 3y is going to give me 0. And that 27 plus 8 is going to give me 35. Okay. So I have 14x equals 35. The next, I need to divide both sides by 14. Okay. That will give me, so 14 cancels with this 14, giving me x equals 35 over 14. I can divide the top by 7 and the bottom by 7. If I divide 35 by 7, I get 5. If I divide the bottom by 5, I get 2. So x is 5 over 2. I would prefer to leave in this way, but if you want, you can use it 2.5. Right, but it's easier that way. Okay. So once I've found this answer, x equals 5 over 2, then I'm going to substitute this into any of the original equation, either equation 1 or equation 2. The choice is mine so that I can find y. Okay, I'm going to use equation 1. So equation 1 is 5, and then there's x. Where there's x, x is 5 over 2, so I'm going to put a bracket 5 over 2. That's what I'm multiplying with. And then I'm adding 3y. That should give me 8. Okay. If I multiply this by 5, I get 25 over 2 plus 3y equals 8. And then I'm going to multiply each of these terms by 2, so I can get rid of this 2. If I multiply this by 2, I get 25. If I multiply this by 2, I get 6y equals 8 times 2 is going to give me 60. Okay. Then I'm going to subtract 25 from both sides. So 25 minus 25 plus 6y will give me 16 minus 25. So these cancels. What I have is 6y, okay, equals 16 minus 25 is going to give me minus 9. Okay, so I go up here. Alright, so then have 6y equals minus 9. I divide this side by 6 and I divide that side by 6. If I divide this by 6, I get y equals minus 9 over 6. I can divide the top and the bottom by 3. 3 into 9 is going to give me 3, and 3 into 6 is going to give me 2, and it's going to be minus 3 over 2. Now I need to check to make sure the answer is correct. Okay, so I'll check by substituting these two answers. So again I need to substitute into the original equations. Okay. So my answers were x equals 5 over 2 and y equals minus 3 over 2. So I substitute each of these into one of the equations. I'm going to choose equation 2 to see whether the answer is correct. So I'm going to have 3 multiplied by x is 5 over 2, and then minus here I've got bracket this y, so y is minus 3/2 equals 9. Okay, if I multiply this, I get 15/2 minus, and then I have minus minus, so this becomes plus 3/2 equals 9. The common denominator is 2. 2 into 2 is 1. 1 times 15 is going to be 15. Plus 2 into 2 is 1. 1 times 3 is going to be 3. And then 15 plus 3 is going to give me 18/2 equals 9. 2 into 18 is 9 equals 9. So therefore, these answers are correct. Okay, so I hope that helps us. That's how